goodness, this angle is crazy. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. It's a little loud in here, but you read the title right. I am going to be doing a little story time about all of my law of assumption um, success stories. So let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to angle this. I think this is going to be our best bet. Okay, that's fine. So I will be reposting this later. Yeah, let's go ahead and just get started. Let me clean my hands off again. Okay. Oh my god, I shouldn't have messed with the camera. Okay, wait. I think. Oh my goodness. Maybe if I do this. Oh no. Hold on. Sorry guys, this is so annoying. Okay, that should be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. First, I want to talk about the first thing that I know when it was actually me manifesting. And that is something you guys are pretty familiar with. That's my apartment. So if you've been keeping up with my channel, you know I almost got evicted, okay? And the thing is, I had always known I wanted to live in this luxury apartment. Hi, thanks for being here. So I always knew that I wanted to live in this luxury apartment for about 3-4 years now, and a part of me was still resonating with this energy of, oh, I can only live in like smaller places because I'm young and credit or whatever the case is. And I was like, no, like I really want to live here. They have a pool. It's just a lovely building, and I've never had that experience before. So my name is Jamaica, by the way. I'm at work right now and I don't have any more clients today, so I'm doing a facial for myself. But yeah, so long story short, I manifest the apartment and I could feel the wobbly energy in me just, just saying I don't really belong there because I live with, people who I just assumed to be a lot more successful to me. So, of course, what do I end up creating? I ended up creating a situation where I literally almost got evicted from my dream apartment. And it just didn't make any sense. So, as I was going through this eviction, I told myself, I'm like, I said what I said. I'm gonna live here. I'm not getting evicted. I'm staying here until my lease is up. Like, no. And I just had this attitude that I said what I said. I actually truly believe that I am a creator now, because it was very difficult to even get this apartment. Like, it was easy, but it should have been difficult. You understand? So that's how I know I manifested that, because at the time, literally, I had just got hired as a bartender. So I really didn't have any money. Definitely did not make 3 times the rent, which was the requirement. I feel like I'm taking forever. Um, aw, thank you. Um, so I'm like, girl, no, why are you creating a situation where you're going back on your worthiness around this apartment and living here? Like, people genuinely love you here. Don't do that. So, long story short, as you know, did not get evicted. Girl, I found a way. And it was so random. But I did just post about that in my last video. So feel free to check that out. I believe it's a very short video. But literally, during that whole time where I was having to go to court, having to, you know, do the back and forth with my landlord, and they were not budging. They were not trying to, be lenient with a payment plan. It was just, it seemed like it was almost impossible. So I kept getting these people that were all telling me the same message. They were like, just relax. It'll happen. It'll come to you. And these aren't like spiritual woo-woo people. It was just like random ass people who I just ran into in my daily life. And thank you, honey. I'll see you. But it was just random people. And so I'm like, okay, I think this is the universe telling me it's just time to relax. And whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen. I've already decided that I am going to live here. So however that needs to happen, whoever needs to reach out to me or vice versa, that's just gonna be what it is. I just did not see me leaving as an option. So now I have my job back. That's my second manifestation that I'm going to tell you guys about. So I manifested this exact job that I'm at right now 2 years ago. I got this job literally right out of esthetician school. And bear with me on my own facial, like, I'm just making this kind of quick, so this is not how I give facials, but and I self-sabotage this job. Literally, I swear, my self-concept was just so horrible looking back now, because I was just filled with imposter syndrome. I was telling myself like, oh, like, I'm still new, I'm just out of school, I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. And eventually I ended up sabotaging this job. It's a shock that they hired me again. Not that I did anything crazy, but yeah, I literally just did not show up to work. And you have clients relying on you. Like, I was in such a weird mental headspace when I was first here. So it took some time, and then I realized, wait, like, I actually self-sabotaged this job. Why did I do that? And so I had to do a lot of inner work when it came to being able to hold a job that I actually enjoy, not self-sabotaging when it comes to people, relationships, my job, like just my apartment, the things that I feel like were kind of calling me into a higher version of myself. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to figure out which mask I want to do. I think I'm going to do... Wait, I don't want to do that one. All right. I'll be back. I'm gonna grab some stuff. But yeah, you guys, if you, oh no, we'll put that there. Okay, hopefully that stays there because, oh no, my setup is so ghetto right now. All right, that should be good. Okay. So we're gonna take a little bit of this, if you care, put it in here. This is Dermalogica, by the way. I'm gonna give myself 2 pumps. And then we are going to mix this all up with this Daily Milk Foliant by Dermalogica. I'm gonna put this in here, add water, and then I'll show you guys how it looks. Okay, so I look like an egg right now. Okay, so this is how it looks. Okay, it's kind of foamy. And this is going to be like a very calming exfoliator mixed with an exfoliator booster. So that's what I just did. And again, like, it's so different when I'm doing this for clients. It's just a lot more pretty and relaxing. But it's a little different to do this for yourself. But let's get back to the story. So, yeah, this job. Literally manifested myself going back to bartending, which I hated. Because I thought that I had to. I was living in this lack state. And hated it. And then I was like, you know what? No. Quit there. Oh my god, this is a mess. Quit there. Ended up working at a smoke shop. Like, I live in Ohio, so we can legally sell recreational weed. So that's what I was doing. It was nice to get free products, but it was so draining because I felt like, I don't want to speak poorly about the people who own that place because they're nice people, but it was just so unprofessional. So I hated that. And then let's move on to the third thing I manifested. So on my vision board, on my phone, I have a specific place where I wanted to work. And the thing is, I initially wanted to do facials there, okay? And this place is a little bit closer to my apartment, so it would have been perfect. So the thing is, I only had a picture of the outside of the building on my vision board. And so it's like a hotel and a restaurant, and they have a spa there. And tell me why I got hired there for front desk. And then I was about to settle for that again. And then guess what? I saw this job, my old job from 2 years ago, which I loved, was hiring again. I applied. They immediately called me, basically. They're like, oh my gosh, we miss you. Welcome back. I'm like, you guys don't hate me for, like, not showing up the last time I worked here? So it's just crazy. I usually would use steam. You know what? I might as well turn this on because I did add water to the steamer. So yeah, I manifested working there, but I wasn't specific. And then I manifested this job again, which was very cool. I manifested really good friends, like the people that I meet now. It's like we're meant to meet. It's very strange. And this is also something that I was telling myself, like, you're amazing. You have so many friends that love you. I'll be 30 in September, and I really want to have like a beautiful birthday party and invite my friends because I've never really done that as an adult. I just haven't had like a bunch of friends. And again, that's where like my self concept was kind of just not very good. So, we're gonna use a hot towel. You guys see that steam? Okay. So, yeah, I manifested that. And at this point, so this has been my journey with manifestation. I now see what people are saying about it's about actually deciding, especially with law of assumption. I feel like I prefer those teachings because they feel a lot more empowering and not like you have to do this, you have to do these techniques or you're not gonna manifest. I don't believe in that. I do not believe in that. So I'm like, um, law of assumption. I discovered Sammy Ingram and what's her name? Taylor Tooks. Taylor Tokes. I really liked her. And so now, whatever I want, whatever I feel like just lights me up, I'm just like, yeah, obviously, that's my reality now. I don't care how it happens. This is officially what I'm seeing, the old reality. And then I just kind of stick to that, and I do feel like I'm getting a lot better. Um, there's some things that I can't wait to tell you guys about when they manifest. Um, but yeah, I feel like I'm taking forever to do this. I am hungry. I need to go eat food after this, and I need to get cat food. So, all right, my skin is a little sensitive right now. I was working another gig job. I do like promo work for as a liquor girl, like a Corona girl or whatever. And I was just partying too much this weekend. And that's another thing. You know what? Here, let me focus on this first. Let me get everything organized. Do I want to do? Yeah, do that. And then you'll see steam on me in a second. Okay. There we go. So I am going to use, I'm going to do some extractions on my nose. Okay. I lost my train of thought, but I was gonna say something about. Ooh, here, let me put this on first. I really don't even need that many extractions, but that's okay. I'm already here, so. Ah, thank you. It always feels weird being on here without makeup. But thank you. Okay, now we got the steam. Perfect timing for my extractions. And let me go ahead and grab some gloves. But yeah, I've been a lot more into the more empowering things. I think where a lot of people get stuck with law of attraction or law of assumption is when they think that, oh, I have to do it this way. Like these people are telling me, or I won't manifest. And it's like, that's very confusing because there are so many different methods, so many different teachers. And the easiest way to figure out what your magic is, what your power is by listening to your own intuition. I'm not saying you can't take other people's advice, but it's like, if their advice is trumping how you feel, then you're still not in your power. Let's see, I am from Cincinnati, Ohio. Yes. So, I love steam. This is so great. Okay, I am actually going to use my ultrasonic spatula for my extractions because it's just easier for me. So, I haven't used one of these on myself in like 2 years, so this is exciting. But yeah, let me know, like, you guys clicked on this video, or maybe you were just scrolling and you saw this live, but do you guys have any questions or stories about your own manifestation or, law of assumption stories? Why is this not working? Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see how to do this. So I'm mainly just gonna Ooh, and what this does, the vibration, it kind of does a few things. It makes it easier for you to do extractions. It also kind of penetrates creams or serums. You want to just use it this way. I am doing a bit of extractions right now. But yes, I would not recommend this to people with pacemakers or anything that could interfere with the microcurrent. And Hand and Stone is a national brand. So check it out. I'm not being paid to do this, so I just wanted to come on live and talk with you guys. And I really don't have too much in me now, so. But I really wanted to focus on hydration because, like I said, I was partying too hard this weekend. And I'm gonna do chin, and we might as well do forehead. Why not? Oh no, this died. No. It was literally sitting on the charger. Why? Oh my god. Okay, maybe it didn't die. I guess I hit the button. think this is actually dying. Okay, we'll try to get one more pass on the chin, and then I'm just gonna call it a day with this thing. Something here. Oh yeah, there we go. This is so satisfying too. Well, especially on other people, it's a lot easier to see. And then I thought about either doing like microdermabrasion instead of this, but this was quicker, so. And then I'll clean everything off at the end. Put our gloves away. And then let's get some fresh water. Alright. So now that is done. What we're gonna do is, I think I will go ahead and do another microcurrent. It's called the NuFace. So I'm gonna do that. But yeah, are you guys familiar with Law of Assumption? If so, I'd love to hear about what you've been creating while I finish this up. And the nice thing about this is I can just give myself facials all the time. And when I worked here before, in between clients, I would literally take naps on the bed here. So I was just thinking, like, why did I sabotage it? I could have been here for like 3 years at this point, but it is what it is, so. Okay, now let's go ahead and do, where are we going? Okay, there we go. Post-extraction solution. And I honestly love Dermalogica. It's amazing. Yeah, I desperately needed to work here again. Like, my skin used to be so clear. And then I am going to rinse that off again. It's just a little bit spicy. And my sensitive areas here. But yeah, what else have I assumed? Oh my god, wait, now that I think about it. So, about last year, I ended up manifesting my dream partner. What I thought was my dream partner based off of, you know, desires that were a little bit egoic, now that I can see. Thank you. And it was going so well. We ended up living together. There were some things that I started to see that I'm like, he's still a nice person. I just don't think that we are each other's person. So don't let me lose my train of thought. Okay, which one do I want to do? I'm just gonna do a mask, but I'm trying to figure out which one I want. Okay, give me 1 second. make sure, so we got some things that are a little bit different. So I'm just double checking that I can use this. Okay, where am I? Gemological system. Or multi-vitamin power recovery mask. What? Okay, sorry guys. The way that they word things sometimes, it's so extra. So, I think, okay, we can still go in with this. I'm just figuring out my game plan, you guys. Don't mind me. So, I'm using Power Bright Ion Active by Dermalogica. And this is a Ion Active serum. So this is safe to use with an LED light, but that's not what we're doing. So I'm gonna turn the steam off. We don't need that anymore. Okay. And then what it calls for is put this on top of it. So, and then how I think I'll end this, and this will sit for a little bit, and then I am going to actually use the other microcurrent. But back to what I was saying about my last relationship. So I did manifest that, and you know what also I manifested? Us breaking up, me being a little bit insecure towards the end there. I don't know if he noticed, but I was definitely feeling it. And I manifested us breaking up. I feel like it was for the best in the long run, but I do feel like I sabotaged that. Like, it's actually insane. But yeah, so I manifested this great relationship and our breakup, which is interesting. I created so many problems during that relationship. Like, looking back, oh my god. Looking back, I was like, wow, I did a great job creating exactly what I didn't want. Because I kept telling myself that this will happen, this bad thing will happen. You know, yeah, I'm not gonna go into detail about that, at least not right now, but we're gonna let this sit for a little bit. And let me see if I can actually use this for the NuFace. Actually, I think I need my phone, so I'm just gonna wait. But yeah, we are almost done. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of cleaning since I'm right here and we're waiting for my mask to kind of sit on for a second. So I'll be right back. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, let me clean this off. We don't need this water anymore. Oh my gosh, you guys. I have one other really good law of assumption success story. Give me 1 second. Okay, so my other law of success story, it's so funny. It is related to me not being evicted. But so I have an app that I use to create songs for myself. And what I've been doing is kind of, putting them in like affirmation form. Not even that, just like more like ask formations in the song, if you're familiar. And so I have created these songs. This is gonna sound so silly, but I've created songs basically like manifesting certain things in my love life, just like how people see me. It's been really helping with my self-concept. And tell me why. I made one song about how men love to send me money, and it's so easy for them to just send me thousands. What was the line that I used? It was like, men love to, I think it was something like that. They like to spend thousands or whatever. Tell me why. Literally last week, someone I haven't seen in 2 years, we never like were intimate, like we went on a couple dates, but he sent me $1,000. Well, he sent me more than that, but I'm saying this not to like be like, ooh, someone sent me money. I understand not everyone is into that type of stuff, but I am, so. But I'm like, whoa. I didn't even realize that until today, that I kind of manifested that. I was listening to the song today and I was like, wait, that's actually true now. Like, so I love that for me. I think I'm gonna wipe this off. Yeah, and I don't think I'm going to do the other microcurrent that I was talking about. I'm kind of hungry now. I need to eat food and I want to go, so yeah. But if anyone has never had a facial before, you should definitely check one out. Find a good esthetician that you can trust. And it's honestly so relaxing. You'll leave glowing. But yeah, highly recommend facials, obviously. Okay. I am going to wrap this up because your girl's gotta eat. So I'm gonna use her, do a little mist. That's toner, by the way. I love this one. It's a firming and hydrating mist. Isn't that cool? And then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do hyaluronic, or do we want to do? No, I'm gonna do hyaluronic acid. This one is another ion. There we go. Ion active. And my goal with my own skin is I just really want to even my skin out again. I do have a lot of dark spots, so that would be helpful. And we're gonna pat in the serum. That really kind of helps lock it in. Okay. Now we are going to go in with this BioC Ion Serum. It's a little more liquidy than I typically like my eye cream, but I do need some brightening since we did not use the microcurrent today. It's just so watery. Do you guys see that? Okay, that looks kind of gross. Okay. Yeah, you always want to use your ring finger because the skin under your eyes is very delicate. So this finger has the least amount of pressure when you are using it to work things into your skin. I'm gonna pat that in. I just realized I did not wipe off all of my eyeliner. That's okay. I'm literally just going home after this, so, well, and to get cat food. I accidentally ordered dog food, and yeah, we have to go pick up cat food now. Okay, so we have that, and then we are going to do the Biolumin-C Gel Moisturizer. That should be good. And yeah, if you guys have never seen me before, again, I'm Jamaica. I'm gonna wrap this up soon. So check out my channel. I talk about, law of assumption, my own inner work journey. I also read tarot, and I do stuff with my face. So yeah. All right, and the last thing we're gonna put on, well, second to last, is this Skin Perfect Primer. This is tinted, and it's really thick, so I don't need too much of this, but look how thick that is. That's too much. Genuinely. Actually, we could work it in, but this matches most skin tones. Oh my god. You just really have to work it in. To be honest, I would not recommend this for darker skin tones because you do have to work it in so much. Like, there are just better options for darker skin tones when it comes to sunscreen. Like, even I have to work this in, and I'm decently light, but that's okay. Yeah, you kind of have to like pat it in your face so there's no white cast. But yeah, this is perfect for lighter skin tones, but I really want to work this in. Okay, I feel like I should have used a different primer. So this acts as a primer and a sunscreen. So it has 30 SPF. And it's still looking a little white. I haven't used this one on myself since last time I worked here, so. You know what? I think I want to do, because I still look pasty, I'm gonna do one more. Okay, so I'm using this one from Image. This is the one that I was thinking of, but it looks like this. It looks like a BB cream. And we're just gonna see if that'll help us not look so pasty. And it might just be because, you know, this bright, gigantic light is right in my face. So, like, when I'm looking off camera, it doesn't look as white. So, I'm just gonna trust that I don't look crazy in person. But yeah. The very, very last thing is some lip gloss. Okay, it doesn't look that way. It's just the light. It makes it look really weird. But this is my facial. So let's see. Yeah, here we are. This is the glow that I have now. Again, it looks pretty. Let me find better lighting, maybe. We do this instead. Okay. Yeah. So this is my skin after. I'm still gonna work on my eye area too another time because the microcurrent really helps with that. But thank you guys so much for watching. This will be re-uploaded as a video. So check it out. I will see you guys soon. Bye.